All right, hi everyone. Sorry my internet keeps dropping today. I'm just gonna go ahead and continue. I'm not sure if you'll see the stream, but I figure I'm already prepped to live stream, so hopefully you find this stream. Yeah, so I'm still working off of this reasonable productivity app, trying to add these nested routes. So I think I found a package that makes it easy, and because I'm not an expert in the Django REST framework specifically, I think this looks exactly like what I want. So it also seems to, be recently updated. So I haven't really deeply looked into it. Maybe I will later, but I don't have time right now. So I'm going to install this. So I'm already in my virtual environment over here. So I'm going to pip install this nested routers. Thanks. All right. Okay, so I installed the nested routers, and then I'm going to have to register this package. So is it telling me where to put my... Does it mention the settings file? That's very strange. So where's the documentation? This package provides routers and fields to create nested resources in Django REST framework. Hi, how are you? Sorry, the stream got split up. Okay, so it's telling me to install it, and it's telling me the quick start and giving me some examples, which is good. But it doesn't give me a full walkthrough, so I'm just going to manually... Where am I? I'm going to go to my config here, my settings.py, and manually add it to these installed apps, because I'm sure I'm going to have to do that anyway. That would be weird if I didn't. Okay. So now it's telling me to, instead of importing routers from the REST framework, import it from REST framework nested. So I'm going to do that. Let me first run my server here so I can see issues as they come up. And let me just comment this. Oops. Okay, let me comment that out and now import routers from there. I don't think I need to register a default router in this case, right? Yeah, it's telling me to do a simple router instead. Okay, I'm going to keep all this old logic though, just in case I want to go back to it. All right, so router equals routers.simple router. So I've registered the router. Default router. I'm not sure why is it doing that. So the simple router, and then you register each view set separately. Okay, so I have two view sets here. So I'm going to, where does it just randomly gets domains router. So I guess when it's registered, so hopefully I can get through this stream now. So I'm going to have to register this. Let's see. So I registered my two view sets, which it shows here. Hi Vipin, thanks. All right, one more try. Let me see if this stream will stay this time. Otherwise, maybe they're working on the internet boxes or something around here. Okay, so I have list router from the package that I just installed, and I'm registering this simple router, passing it the router. Okay, that looks good. And then this should be lists, and lookup. I don't know, lists, I guess. Okay, and then I'm registering a nested router inside of that router. So this one will be list items, and I'm gonna paste list items view set, and then base name. So let me see. Name servers. Okay. So I'm not sure why this is hyphenated here, but let me just try it. I'll do, let's see, list dash list items. Or no, list dash list dash list. No. Yeah, I don't know what it wants me to do there. I'll see what that means in a second, I guess. So I'll get rid of, I think I'll get rid of the extra path. Oh no, I need two paths. I need the router URLs and the domain, or this new nested router URLs that I registered. All right. So, which I'm calling list routers, or list router. Okay. So URL, oh yeah, so URL, I think I'll be able to, so this seems to be, I can't remember if it's URL or if it's path that's from the older docs. I think path is the newer one, but now it's going to complain that I'm using a raw string with that, what is it, caret, I think. Let's see. Parent registered resource not found. Okay, let me try running the server again and see what errors I get. Got an unexpected keyword argument base name. Okay, so do I not need base name then? I don't know. Oh yeah, so it's complaining about those. So let me just get rid of those. All right. Now the server restarted, and that's fine. These migrations are just from the users that I haven't run yet. Okay. So now I have lists. So let me do lists. Nope. Oh, okay. So now it's complaining. I think I accidentally did two. So list slash lists. So I have to get rid of that extra slash lists. So I think if I get rid of it here, that will do it. Yeah. No, there is no list slash lists. So I think I'll have to get rid of it there too, maybe. Parent registered resource not found. Runtime error. App list urls.py. So it's complaining about this line, line 11. Hi Lars, how are you? Okay, so it's complaining about line 11. And let's see, if I go back and do lists, and then I'll put list slash. Okay, so it's still complaining, so it's not. Okay, now it's working. And now let me see if I can do /1. Okay, it gets the right list. And now let me see if I can do list items. List slash list item does not exist. All right, so I think in my setup, this is wrong. Hi, Mohammed, how are you? All right, so I'm registering list items. So I think maybe if I get rid of this, because maybe it's looking for lists and then list item because of that. Oh, now it's saying parent resource or parent registered resource not found. So let me look in where is that library I'm using? This one. So let me look in the issues here and see if there's a resolved issue. Facing runtime error. Unresolved, no comments. All right, I was wondering if I could get any help on this. So I would like to create a single nested simple router, but unfortunately it's resulting in runtime error, parent registered resource not found. And this is exactly what I am doing. Accounts lookup equals account. Projects. Okay, so I wonder if I need a lookup. Yeah, it was liked by someone else. So apparently other people have these struggles too. Okay, so it seems like here's the example. So I have this lookup. So actually, let me do a lookup. Oh, I am doing a lookup with lists. So singular. So let me, I guess, get rid of that. And where is my page? All right. So, okay, so first let me do this correctly and get rid of lists here. So I'm just registering the default router at the / for list view set. Hi everyone. Okay, and now I should have /lists, but I'll probably need to reset the server first. All right. I didn't realize, so when I started this stream series, because I've been using Django for a while, I didn't realize how much of a learning curve it is to use Django REST framework versus just Django. And all the examples I went through and trying out different things, it's like, yeah, I can set up routes and models and all this stuff, but now that I'm trying to do more complicated things, it seems like it's not really the most intuitive in the documentation, or maybe I just haven't I've been reading some of the docs. I haven't nearly gotten through all of these though, so at some point I'm going to have to get through the rest of the documentation for this. Okay. Can you close side pane in VS Code? Yeah. Probably make it a lot smaller. So if I do... All right. Hi. Just dropped again. And I'm not sure. So parent relationship list _ list item does not exist. And so you can list and retrieve hyperlinks, nested resources. Okay, so this is of 3 levels deep. You can use the same logic. Okay, so I mean, this should work. It seems like I'm doing everything according to the documentation. there's no answer to the issue about the parent whatever. Let me just double check. So I have list view set that I'm registering here. So router.register. I'm setting up the simple router that I'm importing. Can I suggest a good online resource to learn Django? So if you go to the Django site, like the Django documentation, they have this Django tutorial, which is pretty good. It takes you through there's 7 different stages of the tutorial, and it takes you through, how to set up Django all the way through building, I wouldn't say intermediate, like somewhere between basic and intermediate level Django application. And I think it's a really good tutorial. Hi, VWeb. All right, so let's see. Okay, so I don't need the advanced. So here's just their name server, which model view set. So I wonder. Hi. Is Django good for jobs or Flask? I don't know. I think that depends on where you live. I think there might be, where I live anyway, there are more Django jobs, but Flask is really popular because a lot of companies use it for microservices. I'd say it might be easier to find a job in Django because if you know Django well, the API is so massive. I think it's harder to find good Django developers. But that's just my opinion. Because I worked in Flask, I guess quite a bit off and on. And then I just more recently picked up Django last year. Okay, so it seems like what I just found out is this package seems to be the officially recommended package. So the same one that we're using for Django nested routing, which is good. But it also says that it's a work in progress. So it seems like something that I'm going to have to finagle or kind of try to get it to do what I'm wanting it to do. So, hi, how are you? Okay, so if you're asking which one's more hireable, Spring, I think Spring, there's probably many more jobs in a lot of places just because of how much Java is on the back end in different places. But yeah, again, it's not Python, it's completely different. Which one's good? They're both good. I don't think you can say that one of them is bad. If you're asking, okay, that this relationship doesn't exist. So what I'm gonna do is go ahead and run the migrations. So I'm gonna do python manage.py make migrations, and that should make the migrations for this list item. Good. And now, all right, so now I have this table lists underscore list item. I'm running my server again. And now I'm getting a new error, which is good. Not the same old errors. So it's saying field name text is not valid for model list. So let's see why it's saying that, because text is in this list item. So why is it saying that it's not valid for model list. Let me look. Nested router. So it shouldn't have anything to do with list, because this only is part of my list item class in my models. So why is it saying that it's trying to look for it in the list model instead of the list item model? I don't know. Let me go back to my lists, and this works okay. And now I can look up a list, but now if I go to list items, field name text is not valid for model list. I wonder if it's, am I relating them in the wrong way? Let me see. So here, oh, I see what I'm doing. This is goofy. So, all right. So list attribute has no attribute title. That's true. It doesn't. Oh, what in the world? How did I even get title here? List. Oh, I think because tasks have titles, so I got confused there. So let me do name for list as the default return. Okay. So, sweet! Sweet! The nested route works. Ah, this is glorious. Okay. Sorry, my internet is not working with me today. But if you look in the web backend repo anyway, reasonable productivity. So the schema, the basic schema that I have listed here. So we have task done. We have list item, user, and user profile. All 5 of those models are done now. And then I have the API. So I did nested lists. So I really need to do the same thing that I did here for lists. And actually, I can clean up this stuff now, the commented out stuff, because I know I don't want to go back to it. Okay. So I need to basically do the same thing for users, that I should be able to make these nested routes for users. That shouldn't be anything different than what I'm already doing. Now, there will be more user endpoints because I need login, update password, forgot password, that kind of thing. Fortunately, that isn't really too difficult because I'm going to use tokens since it's a detached backend. And then if I go to config and settings, so basically because I have this REST framework auth token package registered, then I can have the REST framework kind of take care of tokens and authentication and stuff like that for me, which is going to be great. So yeah, I think so. Since my stream keeps dropping, what I'm gonna do. All right, so now that I'm back, I'm pushing everything to GitHub now, but see how it says apps list PyCache? So I'm actually removing these from my GitHub. All right, so sorry about that. I am pushing, oops, I'm pushing my code right now. Hi, Cigar. Yeah, I know. I have to call my internet company because I'm using Verizon 5G, but I also have fiber optic to the house, so if this isn't fixed, then maybe I'll have to switch back to it. Hi, Praveen. So I did Django REST API. So you can see all the code. I just pushed all the code for the stream.